Making money has never been so simple. If you can't look after a little baby dog for a night, you are not going to make money ever. That's what's stopping most people from actually making money. You've got to go and flip and do the work, for goodness sake. Fast money isn't about luck, it's about velocity. It's about action taking. The only reason it feels illegal is because you're doing it a different way. It's just getting your mindset used to it. Sometimes the fastest way to make money is where you're already standing. I'm Lloyd James Ross, seven-figure investor and entrepreneur, and I've helped thousands of business owners and professionals turn financial stress into success. If you're stuck in old money habits, overwhelmed by investing, or unsure where to start, this is for you. I'll give you the mindset and strategies to take control, grow your wealth, and achieve financial freedom. It's time to make your money work for you. 7 ways to make money so fast it feels illegal. If you're broke, behind, or just need some fast money, this episode is for you. It feels like a cheat code. I'm going to take you through these 7 ways to make money fairly fast. Not all are scalable, but certainly they all work. How I've been able to do them all myself is how I'm teaching in them now, so I will share them with you. So if you feel like you need to make some money, this is really designed for you, this episode, right? It'll feel like you're kind of doing it illegal because you'll be like, oh my God, I just made money out of thin air, right? But you're not. It's not illegal. It's just you're actually following the right steps and you're following the right ingredients to make money. And you're helping someone solve a problem and they're paying you for it. And that's all money making is at the end of the day. So I want to step you through these 7 ways. I'll give you the examples and I'll give you examples of how I've done it. And that will hopefully give you some inspiration and some steps to follow to go off and make some money this weekend instead of jet skiing. Go make money, right? Jet skiing takes a lot of money. I want you to make money. I often say that because on the weekends when I'm working, everyone's jet skiing. And I did that when I was younger, so I kind of get out of my system. But you've got to spend the time to do these things, okay? So these steps, they're not going to be like do this and conjure out money out of thin air. Action takers are money makers, meaning you've got to take the action. That's the input. And then as a result of that, you're going to get money in your bank account, all right? So buckle up as I take you through the 7 ways to make money so fast it feels illegal. First way to make money so fast it feels illegal is freelance flips. This is where you're freelancing design work, copywriting, design, video edits, whatever it might be, and selling them. And recently, actually had a student of mine do this. He had a photography business and now he's actually starting to realize that reels are more important than even photography, still photography. So what you can actually do is you can actually go to a wedding, you can go to an event, you can go to anyone in your network who's hosting something, and you can actually offer to do reels for them, curated reels that you edit that look sexy, and you can sell each reel for $50. You could do 4 reels for $200 as an example. You might even be able to sell them for $100 each if it's a wedding because they're wedding reels. And that may be something you can do. So this is an example of quick freelance flips. And I'm sure that someone in your network has got an event coming up. And the reality is no one really looks at photos again or their videography again, generally. But they do look at reels and they do want to share reels to their feed. My wife did this for my sister recently at her wedding. Obviously, my sister had a wedding photographer there, but my wife being able to build the skill set, which anyone can learn from YouTube, by the way, of how to craft and edit a reel on Instagram. She created 4 reels for my sister. Now, if it wasn't my sister, she could have easily charged her $500 to $1,000 for those reels. And she conjured it out of thin air from the wedding. She just had the footage there. She took it, she went home, she edited it, and bang, the edits are ready to sell. Now, how do you sell them? You sell them to the person you did them for, but you can pretty much craft an offer fairly smartly. So look at people in your area, in your network, see what events they're running and say, look, if I was to do some cool reels for you to promote your event or after or to use again, would that be of value to you? That's all you've got to say to them. If they say yes, say great, I can do 4 reels for $200. Does that sound fair enough? Yes, sounds fair enough. Great. And then you go do it. Okay? Nice and simple, right? There's an example. You can do this for copywriting. You can do it, I get hit up every single day. Please don't hit me up on Instagram saying, Lloyd, do you need a copywriter? I get like 4,000 a day. And I just send back to them, hey, have you bought my book yet? I kind of repitch them because I just get so many. But look, you can get copywriting clients. I mean, how ridiculously easy is copywriting now? You have ChatGPT to help you write the copy. It does it for you. It's ridiculous. So if you want to be able to get more clients for copywriting, proofreading, creative work, design work you can do on Canva that AI does for you these days, no one realizes it yet. It's pretty crazy. You can go onto Fiverr. Someone yesterday I was talking to called it Fiverr, but Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Upwork.com, or even DM your local business pages, DM friends, DM people. You can DM them. You can slide into their DMs like everyone does for me on a flipping daily basis, right? People are desperate for someone to do the work for them, copywriting, proofreading, whatever it is. Now, if you put yourself on those platforms, okay, freelancer.com, guru.com, put yourself a profile up there and go for gigs. And when you get one, deliver the work and get paid. It's not rocket science. It's pretty simple stuff. Just model the best profiles you can find and just go for one gig. Underprice everyone on the platform until you win a gig, and then bang, you've made money so fast it feels illegal. It's just boom. The hardest part is getting your mindset around the fact you're going to make money, okay? Awesome, great. So what would be the steps? Pretty simple. ChatGPT prompt. How do I create this Canva? How do I create that design? How do I proofread this? Please proofread this. Do it all. Make sure you got the skill set to do it, and then go in and promote and advertise your offer, and you'll get clients, okay? The second way that to make money so fast it feels illegal is digital download hustles. So ebooks, templates, guides. I had a student of mine actually this week. He said, Lloyd, you wouldn't believe it. I said, what? His name's Chris. I said, what, Chris? He goes, I sold my first prompt. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I sold my first ChatGPT prompt. He sold a prompt. It's pretty crazy, right? Like the other day actually too, I sold an AI course. Got our brand new book coming out, Become Time Rich. And the other day I did an email and I said, hey, whoever pre-orders the book, publisher asked me to get some pre-orders. So I said, all right, I'll get some pre-orders. Whoever pre-orders the book, I'm going to give you a free AI course, which is worth $1,000, which it is. It saves you 10 hours a week. It's just worth $1,000. And so I created the course. I just sat in my room, created the course, did it, put a title, put on Kajabi, and then bang, got it out there. And as I was going through it, I actually created in the course a template. While I was recording the course, I actually accidentally created my own template, just doing an example. I'm like, please give me the top best prompt for ChatGPT beginners. And it created a PDF for me. I put it back in the course. I'm like, hey, by the way, in the course, now you get this because I just created it. So I created it out of thin air. But what you could do for ebooks, templates, guides, etc., is use ChatGPT to craft it and curate it for you, as long as it was going to help someone solve a problem. So find out who you're doing it for what purpose, create this cool little design thing that ChatGPT will do mostly for you. And then once you have it, you can publish it on Gumroad. That's gumroad.com. It's a cool app on your phone too. You can just go on there. It hosts your PDF and you can literally sell it there. It's got a paywall on there and you get your own Gumroad website, URL. And anyone that goes and clicks on it can buy your ebook. They can buy your prompt sheet. They can buy your whatever it is you got, right? Your PDF. You can go to Etsy. You can do it on Etsy or Payhip. Any of those platforms are fine. And you can do it. I think I sold my first ebook once upon a time using Gumroad. And it's so fun when you get that first like $7. It was like $7 back then. I made my first $7. I made it so fast it felt illegal. But then I was like, oh, now I have the actual steps on what to do. So I'm just trying to give you some simple steps to do here. Now, listen up very closely. You're going to listen to this episode or watch this episode on YouTube, and you're going to do nothing because I'm filling you with dopamine right now. Not intentionally, it's how you're receiving the information. It's flooding your brain with a chemical called dopamine. So it's like mental masturbation. Feels good, but doesn't get you anywhere. So you want to be able to take what I'm explaining now and go to gumroad.com, even go to YouTube and type in how to use Gumroad, then figure out what PDF you want to create, then go to ChatGPT and create it, and then design it in Canva. It's ready to go. You want to save it as a PDF, then you want to go to Gumroad and upload it, and then you want to take your URL link and you want to DM some friends and ask them to take a look at it, or you want to promote it on your reels or get it in front of people's eyeballs. That's what you're going to do. So I'm just explaining this is what you actually have to do. So when you finish listening to this episode, you got to go and flip and do the work, for goodness sake. Go and sit there for hours and hours figuring it out. That's what's stopping most people from actually making money. They don't sit quietly and just go through it and move through each painful process of doing this. You're not going to be a pro at Gumroad straight away. You're not going to know what PDF, but you've got to sit down and just play with it until it comes together, right? It's creation. You're creating something and it takes some focus. So get off your phone, Put away your Instagram reels, except for this one. If you came from a reel, that's great. But now I'm suggesting you put your phone away after this episode. After you've subscribed to this episode and shared it with a friend, then put it away and start implementing the lessons so you can actually make money. All right, the third way to make money so fast it feels illegal. What are the fastest ways to make money ever? This is what I put in some of my steps, and a lot of my students do this step, particularly when they're paying off debt, is to go to Facebook Marketplace and put something on there and sell it. Yes, you can actually even buy something cheap. In fact, you can go to Facebook Marketplace and get free stuff on there and resell it on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, you can go around to people's houses once a month on trash collection day, find stuff in their front yard, probably put it on Facebook Marketplace for $5 and probably sell it. I'm not suggesting that's the greatest idea, but what is in your house now that's worth something that you can put on Facebook Marketplace to sell? I'm sure there's something for $100, $500, $1,000, whatever. Figure out what it is. Sometimes it's clothes. Sometimes it's furniture. I remember at one time for Christmas, we had to get rid of this big table in our balcony, big glass table. It was worth something, but we just needed it to go. So I actually put an ad up saying $100, come get it. $100, but you got to remove it. And so it was like I was paid profits to remove something I didn't want to remove myself. But it's a nice habit to get into. Before you buy something, it's nice to actually sell something first before you buy the next thing. I wish they did this with Australian legislation and tax laws, but they don't. They just add stuff on. But if you can switch it up, buy something. I even had a student this week reach out to me and say, Lloyd, I want to go on this trip for my business. I want to go to this event. It's really important. Should I dip into my savings? I'm like, well, the truth of the matter is your business needs to fund itself. So make a sale in your business and get the sale to fund the trip. Okay. But that's another story. If you're looking on Facebook Marketplace, it's the fastest way by far to make sales because chucking junk on there and getting people to buy it for $5, you're just going to get used to making money. And part of the money-making journey is just allowing yourself to play the game of making money long enough where your brain figures it out. And you've then got files to draw on for the rest of your life of what it feels like to sell stuff. And I remember when I bought a Harley Davidson, when I was in Abu Dhabi, in 2009, I got my very first ever bonus check and my only ever bonus check, I might add. And I remember I took it and I went to the Harley Davidson store in Abu Dhabi and I bought a brand new Harley Davidson off the floor, a Nightster 1200, took it, got it, pipes on it, Vance & Hines pipes and all these cool other things. And then, because I bought it with no tax, I actually repatriated it back to Australia and then got it converted. And then it was raining so much, I never rode it. So I actually sold it on Facebook Marketplace the morning I turned 30, went downstairs, sold it for $14,500 and actually made money out of it, which is kind of weird. And I took that money and I invested in stocks. And the reason I did that is because I could have kept it there and held it for longer, but I was like, I'm not using it, I'll sell it and I'll invest in assets. And so it was a fast way of turning something that I wasn't using into money, okay? So you can do it for desks, chairs, monitors. You'll be surprised and shocked as to one person's trash is another person's treasure. So Facebook Marketplace is a really fast way to make fast money. If you really want to get clever, go to Temu, buy something on there for cheap and resell it on Facebook Marketplace for like 300% more. Not joking. Even go to your markets. Don't even go to your markets. It's a waste of time. Just go on Facebook Marketplace. It's the biggest market in the world. But you can buy things off Temu every day and resell them. It's called product arbitrage. And if I was like 10, that's what I'd be doing with my time. When I was 10, I started my first car washing business, and we had lived in a complex here on the Gold Coast, and it might have been 10 or 11, and I would go around the complex and hand out flyers into their mailboxes to say, I'll wash your car for $5. So I'd start trying to wash cars for $5, but that's before the interweb and all these wonderful inventions. But now I would go and I would find things on Temu and I'd buy them. I would even buy them. I would find something on Temu for a price. Here's what I would do. This is going to be cool. I would go to TikTok. I would find what's selling on TikTok shop. Like it could be a plastic pellet gun. It could be plastic nunchuck. I don't know, all sorts of cool stuff that young boys and and girls want to play with, toys, whatever. I'd find something that was really trendy on TikTok. I'd go to Temu. I would save the photo to my phone. Or I'd find a photo of it that someone had taken that's a real photo on Google Images. I would go to Facebook Marketplace. I would list it on there for sale. I would wait until someone gave me hits to buy it off me. and then negotiate and say, yeah, it's pretty well soon ready. And then I would go back to Temu and then I'd buy it. So I'm proving the business model before I'm actually buying the product. And if I was like 10, I'd be doing that. And I'd love to be able to teach my nephew how to do this, but I don't know if he has the attention of focus. I mean, young people don't always want to make money, or they don't. No, it's not that they don't want to make money. They want to make money, but they don't want to do the work. So again, it takes work to go to TikTok. It takes work to put the photo on Facebook Marketplace. I did this with a laptop. I went to AliExpress. I found this laptop, this Lenovo laptop. I took an image of it and put it to Facebook Marketplace and got some hits, and then I reordered it off there and then to resell it. So you could do that. Product arbitrage. That's what I'd do. All right, we're halfway there. We've got 7 ways to make money so fast it feels illegal. We're up to number 4. Just a caveat. These aren't like super scalable ways to make like millions. I'm just trying to help you make some money so fast that it feels illegal. And if you can't do these little steps and make these little amounts of money, you're not going to scale it up. Just saying. And the cons to this are that it's going to take time, okay? But I don't see any downside to it. So let's continue on. Just quickly, if you're ready to take control of your finances but feel stuck on where to start, I have a solution. My book, Money Buys Happiness, simplifies investing and wealth building with practical steps to help you achieve financial peace. Get your copy via the link in the show notes and let's get your money working for you. Now back to the episode. Way number 4, apps. I was telling my wife yesterday, oh my God, if Uber Eats was around when I was younger, I'd have jumped on my push bike and delivered food for sure to make money. And, you might get a free chip here and there. But DoorDash, Uber Eats, Poorshake. My wife has made thousands of dollars on Poorshake, babysitting dogs in our house. Like, we've babysat dogs for 2 weeks at a time over Christmas, and my wife got paid thousands of dollars. She turned our little house into an Airbnb for dogs, and it was like a farm. No, but you can take those apps and turn them into money. I mean, they're right there. It's not sexy, but it's liquid cash and it's fast, because what's cool about that is this. If you use the Poorshake app or the Mad Paws app, you put a profile in there, you start getting hits. One of my students did this. I said, look, why don't you do this with the kids and you can make money fast? Because everyone wants to make money fast. Like, Lloyd, how do I make money fast? I'm like, well, put a profile on Poorshake, get some inquiries, and then look after a dog. He did it. His kids made $30 that night, and like, oh my God, I just made $30 so fast. Never done this in my whole life. And now he does it with his kids, and they make $600 a month. That's $7,000 a year. Put that in an index fund and scale it. Don't turn your nose up at small money, because it can turn into big money if you know what to do with it. But you can do this with your kids. If you can't put a profile on Poorshake or Mad Paws and look after a little baby dog for a night, you are not going to make money ever. Just give up now. I'm telling you. Yep, give up. It ain't going to happen for you. Sorry. But if you're challenged by that and that triggers you, good. Sit down, do the profile, bloody get on with it. Like, it's going to take action, right? It's not sexy, but it works. Number 5 of how to make money so fast it feels illegal. This one's really cool because you already have what it takes to do this one. It's sell the skill you already have. Whether it's fitness, finance, dog training, baking, whatever. I mean, the other day I learned how to bake a banana bread, literally. I went to AI. I put in how to bake a banana bread. I did it. Didn't taste that good first go, but I'm getting good at it now. I've got 10 batches under my belt. And I'm fairly certain if I was to go and create and bake one this week, I'm certain I could sell slices of it. I could go down to the markets on a Wednesday and I would just like bake lots of them and sell each slice for $5. And that's a way to actually turn your skill set into income. Now, I haven't done that, but I could. Dog training, got a student of mine. She trains dogs, and as she likes to say, she trains humans because it's not the dog's fault, it's the human's fault. So the humans don't know they're being trained, but she trains dogs. And she's turned her skill into a wonderful little business. She consults, she does group training. She's got a little ebook. She's really good. And called Busy Paws. Go check it out. It's on Google. And she turned her skill into an income, right? So it doesn't really matter what it is. You can turn it into an income. Now, some of you are in white-collar jobs. So like, for example, you're in a particular employment role with a company and you may not feel like you're a baker or you're a fitness pro or you're a dog trainer. I get it. But what is it you do for your employer? Because if you can't figure that out, I'm pretty sure AI is going to take your job in the next 15 minutes. But if you can figure it out, what problem do you solve for the organization or someone else outside the organization that they're actually paying you for? And once you figure that out, guess where you can find more clients? Cha-ching, LinkedIn. go to LinkedIn, put a profile in there. This is what you do for people. This is how you help. And then start DMing people. You can get the platinum, what's it called? Platinum Premium LinkedIn. It allows you to do tons of DM outreach. And all you need to do is go and find your ideal client on there, right? So for example, if you were someone who, I don't know, was an HR specialist, you might decide that you want to be a hiring specialist for particular companies. So you can be a freelance hirer. So what you want to do is you want to go and talk to other HR people in companies and say, look, if I could find a place or a person for you, would you pay me? Like there's just ways to take that's probably a really bad example, but there's so many different ways to take what you already know and just start DMing people on LinkedIn to tell them you can do that for them. It's not that difficult. I did this once when I was in Abu Dhabi. I was doing financial modeling for the developments in Abu Dhabi and for real estate developments. And there was a company, a consulting company that was in Dubai that needed someone to do the financial models for them for a particular project. So I went and had a meeting with them. I said, I can do this for you. It's going to be $1,000. And they're like, no worries. And then I did the financial modeling, gave them the report and $1,000. And that wasn't even LinkedIn. I wasn't even using LinkedIn. I was just using my network. But you can, without a doubt, make money. I was even the other day, I was at the Anzac Day dawn service, and I was literally sitting there with my dad. He's having a few beers, and I'm drinking soda waters all day, all morning, sitting there. And I started chatting with this lady. She's in real estate. And I said, oh, are you using social media to market your real estate? She goes, I kind of am. I'm like, what's your social media handle? I pulled up her Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, have you thought about doing this, this, or this, or this? She goes, that'd be a really good idea. I'm like, yeah, I would do this, and I do this, and here's what I would do, and I create a group, and I do this. She goes, oh my God, can you help me? I was like, what do you mean? She goes, can I pay you? I'm like, nah, I'm just not my thing. I'm just trying to help you now here. She said, Lloyd, I really want you to help me. If I DM you, can you help? I'm like, like I can maybe send you some stuff, but it's not my business. Like I'm not doing, but I was just trying to help her, and she was ready to part. I could have made money there and then. So you already probably have the skill set you need. And if you don't have it, go find on YouTube and learn it. All right. Next, number 6. How to make money so fast it feels illegal. This is one of my all-time favorites. I've made over $2 million in profits with my wife doing this since we started in 2014. What I love about it the most is it's a plug-and-play business model. You can literally enroll within 15 minutes, and then the following week you can make money. And it doesn't just, not made once, it's made over and over and over again. It's called network marketing, where you're marketing a current product or service from a company that developed it, not you, and you're marketing it to your network. It means people, your acquaintances, not always your best friends and your family. Just relax, calm down. They're usually not the best customers anyway. They're a pain in the ass. So you're better off just to sell to acquaintances. So what you could do is, in fact, I've been teaching people how to do this forever. I'm speaking and keynoting at an event soon with 300 people to teach them how to do this. I've spoken in front of 7,000, thousands of people all over the world, teaching them how to do this. And once you've got the right product and you've used it yourself and got a result, then you simply have to go and tell the story to people, and they'll come to you and you'll attract them to you. And then you send them to the product and they buy it and you get paid. It's not that complex. But what I would do is order the product, get the result, share some story and testimony to my social media. And when people are leaning in, I personally would run a webinar and do it all at once. But you can also have a little home party at your house. If you like having events at your house, invite your friends over. And you could actually share your story there. But your personal testimony of a product will get people to lean in. And once they buy the product, the company will pay you money. I've had so many students come in and do, like we have a side hustle school, we teach them how to do it, and they make money like within the first 30 days, they're making hundreds and hundreds of dollars, okay? Some even make thousands. So it is, I've known people who have made $1 million from start to finish with this in 18 months. So can you make fast money? Yes. Is it always probable? Unlikely, because most people that are coming into it don't have the skills yet to get that big money straight away. But later on, when you develop skills, you get the bills. All right, number 7. Number 7, fastest way, make money so fast it feels illegal. Take this, you're gonna hate this one. Take more shifts. That doesn't feel illegal. It feels very legal. But we need to explain this, right? Take overtime, take a second job. It's a psychology shift because you're like, well, this is like trading time for money. It is, but this is about making fast money. And sometimes the fastest way to make money is where you're already standing. So if you can just do overtime and work on a public holiday for $68 an hour, you're making twice as much for the same effort. So you're actually making twice as much for the same effort, which should feel illegal. So just be a bit smarter with how you're taking your shifts when you're working, and you can make money even faster. All right. So That's it. Fast money isn't about luck. It's about velocity. It's about action taking, right? You've got something valuable already. Your time, your energy, your ability, Google, ChatGPT. The only reason it feels illegal is because you're doing it a different way, okay? So it's just getting your mindset used to it. But oh my God, you've never, ever, making money has never been so simple because you have a ChatGPT now. It's scary how easy it is. But again, you're going to listen to this and not do anything because you think that it's going to fall in your lap. And I don't want you to think that. So now we've got to the end of the episode. You're welcome to go and put it into action. Okay? Action takers are money makers, all right? So 2025, you'll be rewarded for speed, simplicity, and solutions and action taking. And the world's flooded with problems. There's problems everywhere. You only need to solve one fast. All right? So hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend, leave me a question in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Money Grows on Trees podcast. Thanks for listening to Money Grows on Trees. If you enjoyed the episode, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and subscribe to us on YouTube so you never miss an episode. And if you're serious about building wealth, make sure to check out the links in the show notes and follow me on all social media platforms at Lloyd James Ross for more. See you in the next episode.